really sad. Will you come up to the room and just say something in Grimjow's voice to cheer him up? Normally a huge red flag, but I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm just gonna go up and we'll do this. So I go up to the room, and he opens the room. He's like, open up. Literally, the door opens to his hotel room, and all of a sudden, I just smell ass and sweat socks. But I mean, the room is loaded with congoers, and so I'm just like, okay, it's all good. So I go in, and this is heartwarming. This isn't a horrible story. This is actually a very heartwarming story. But I go in after I vomited from the ass. No, but I go in, and this is so sweet. But this guy is literally like a monster. He's sitting on the edge of the bed, just soaking. And he's like the type of guy you just would not want to meet in a dark alley, okay? And so I go up behind him, he's like, and so I go up and I go, cheer up, Soul Reaper! And this monster looks up at me and goes, oh my God, I'm melting into these sheets.
Very first day, my very first customer. This is my first time to really try to sell my books in America, and I was really nervous. And the first guy that comes up, he looks at my artwork and he goes, "Oh man, I just gotta see this anime. It's so cool looking." And I was like, "Well, actually, that's my original comic." And he went, "Oh, I'll pass." And I was like, "Oh wait." And then he looked at me and he went, "You artists, you never have bags." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "I just bought this love pillow, and I put this pillowcase, and they didn't give me a bag. Where's my bag? Where can I get a bag? Do you have bags?" And I was like, "I don't have bags for you." And he was like, "Well, why don't you artists have any bags?" And then he just left. And that was my very first customer.
It's awesome that you have an autograph line, and then you'll have somebody come up and just look at you and just be like, yeah, I guess you're okay. I really like Scott McNeil better, and Vic Mignogna's far better than you, but I guess I'll take your autograph.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, but like, you can't let it bother you. It's just alrighty, you're an asshole.
You know what? Sabbath is awesome. He's an awesome dude. I don't have any awesome Sabbath stories, other than I would say I was out at there's an anime expo last year, and it was just a funny thing that he said that literally has stuck with me to laugh my ass off. You guys know who Lauren Landis is?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so Lauren Landis, we're good friends, and we had gone out to dinner one night, and Chris Sabbath, he's just a funny guy, and he's always got a quick quip for everything. And so we had gone out to dinner, and we had gone to an industry party that night. So everybody's hobnobbing and schmoozing, and Lauren Landis looks over, and we were talking to these industry folks, and we're like, yes, we just got back from dinner, and it was a lovely dinner. And Lauren's like, yes, it was really a lovely dinner. And Chris, thank you for picking up the tab tonight. He's like, and Chris, without a hesitation, just looks over and goes, and thank you for the hand job under the table tonight.
That's great.
It's pretty strong.
I did a show that was about basically a sex show, but there was never any real sex.
Right.
It was I had to. My family came and saw that. And, yeah, but it was a college show, so they were like, "Oh, great, it's whatever." Yeah, no, they were vastly shocked, and yeah, it was just bad.
My second show ever was a theater show, and it's a little play called Dog Sees God. And,
Good one. Isn't it about the Peanuts family?
It's about the Peanuts in high school, and
This is
behind the
peppermint
scenes.
patty, guys.
Yeah, and my parents came to see it, and my parents are very, very supportive of everything I do. And they came up to me, they went, the next time you do one of these shows, just don't tell us about it.
Well, actually similar to that is my 70-year-old mother honestly has no idea what I do. She's like, oh, do voices, that's nice. You know? And so it was about a month ago, I did an anime convention in Arkansas, and I was able to actually fly my mother to come. And I introduced her to one of the first anime I did, and it was Kill la Kill. Riko's ass, and she's like, oh, you see Jesus too, very nice, honey.
I'll see you at church tomorrow.
Yeah. Honestly, there's not one working like voice actor out there that's not farted in the booth and had a caught on it. Man, these microphones are like they're so sensitive. They won't pick up a mouse's fart from a mile away. So if you think you're gonna sneak one by the audio engineer, wrong.
What is the preferred method of waiting until you can?
I hold it in, and then my stomach starts going. Like, yes, don't you? I'm sorry.
What about you?
Honestly, in my opinion, most of my stuff I record at home, so you know. Hey, take that cut out. Take that. Get that take out. Sorry.
I'm very blessed to not have this situation occur, and you have now put a fear in my head.
Just wait, we're not done yet.
Alright, I'm gonna have tons of phobias by the end of this.
Do farts interrupt the drawing process?
I fart constantly, and nobody's there to hear them. It's a dream job. Just like, it is not a fart.
Living the dream.
I know. The only one that can hear my farts is my dog, and he's not talking.
And the translated vaginas that you're.
Yeah, sometimes there are the vagina farts that I gotta do, the queefs. So I guess that comes through in my job, and I think people like those, so it's okay. Right? Queefs? Queef lights? That stuff that's sitting in front of you, that they have to drink in?
Black licorice taste. I puked on that once. I've never been able to compare it. That and tequila. Unless it's like a Don Julio.
Let me tell you, as a couple of weeks ago, when you think something says moonshine, and you're like, no, that's not real moonshine, and it happens to be real moonshine, yeah, you get sick.
Don't take 7 shots of it.
I mean, I could take all these shots of whiskey and be like, woo, this is great, but no, that moonshines, don't mess with moonshines.
Flavor
and mead.
Whiskey and
Mead, yes, mead would be cool.
There was this one time, this one St. Patrick's Day, they had double shots of whiskey, and I did 4 double shots and had some mead, and then had, I think, Mike's Hard Lemonade. And by the end of it, I thought the bookcase was a magician. So don't mess with those.
How do you hold so many books?
I used to drink a lot. I'm recovering. I'm only drinking 3 drinks tonight.
Good.
Lying. That's a lie.
It is. It's a fucking lie. But so when I was in a metal band, right? So you had to drink to earn your rights to be in the band. And one time I actually worked at a bar at the same time, and like all this after a big show, we all went to this bar that I worked at, and my asshole employees thought it'd be really funny if they spiked my drink with something called spiritus. I don't know what it's called in English, but in Japan, that's where I live. It's called spiritus, and it's like 96% pure alcohol, and it'll catch on fire and everything. Well, I didn't know they were, giving me this stuff without me knowing it. And the more I drank my Kahlua, my Kahlua milk or whatever, I was just like, God damn, I keep like waking up and I don't know where I am. And then at one point I was fighting somebody. And I didn't know why I was fighting him, but that he pissed me off. And then I woke up and I was being carried to a karaoke booth. And then I woke up and somebody was punching me with a microphone telling me to sing, and I went, and then I passed out.
Living lost. I'm much older than you guys. I've met a lot of celebrities. Being in Los Angeles and running with the crowd that I run with, I've got a lot of celebrity friends, and so you meet a lot of celebrities living and working in Hollywood. But I'll say that one guy that I did get starstruck with, and this was on 2 occasions. The first occasion was a Lakers game. One of my best friends is Michael Rosenbaum, who played Lex Luthor in Smallville. And which I'll tout his name. He's got a new show called Pastor. It's on TV Land.
Oh, yeah.
And so anyway, so he and I go down to the Lakers, and because he's on Smallville, we're getting into all the cool kids' parties. And Jack Nicholson is there. And so I'm like, oh God, Jack Nicholson. Well then, literally like the next night, I'm at a bar, and the girl that I was dating at the time happened to be his assistant. And so I got starstruck because I'm going through her phone, and I see Jack Nicholson. I'm like, oh, is this his phone number? And she's like, don't call it. And so I went, send. I get the phone, and all of a sudden I hear, hello. I'm like, Jack? And he goes, yeah. And I go, click. And I didn't say anything. I was too starstruck. And he destroyed my voice, and I lost out on being a Keebler Elf the next day. Which was huge pay because my voice was thrashed, and I would be like screaming, grenade, and all this shit, and he's just like, no, right, man, keep going, I love it. And so that, you fucker. Yeah.
Okay, well, number one, if I was a girl for a day, I would begin to experiment to figure out exactly what feels good, so that way when I become a man the next day, I'm a little bit more informed. Number two.
Good answer.
Number two, as to the people I wouldn't work with, I mean, outside of the voice acting work, 'cause I haven't had a bad experience with the voice acting work. Like, it's been pretty good. But in the acting world, there are people in basically any director that is charging you what he paid for his camera is not worth it.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
And that's per day.
Yeah, and that's, for a day rate. Yeah, just take that as you will.
I'll tell you some douches, man.
Oh, yeah.
Or some sports celebrities. No, I don't know.
Like Kobe.
I haven't met him, but like Magic Johnson, boosh.
Really?
Oh God, yeah. Some of those, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
Can we please put that one online?
boosh.
With an extra skadoosh.
Yeah, just like, dude, you're at a charity event and you're like, somebody's coming up to ask for your autograph and you're telling them to fuck off. I'm like, really? You're here for that?
I have had some bad experiences with sports guys, and not even like really as an entertainer, just as trying to meet them.
Yeah, they can be tough. Let's bring it down. I'm kidding. All right.
So if you were a dude for a day,
My favorite answer to that is get paid 100% of the wage. But I would also, oh man,
We enjoy that extra 75 cents an hour. At the end of the day,
I would also enjoy literally being able to pee wherever I want.
Yeah.
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
I don't
No,
know.
it
I
has
want
to
to
be
try.
all it's cracked up to be.
Let me tell you something.
You do it on the playground, you still.
No, you guys try working a vagina and it's
yards.
okay. It's not gonna happen.
You've never been bit on the head by a mosquito.
They make something for that.
voices at the same time.
It's the worst.
Losing their one-liners.
And then people I wouldn't want to work with.
Yeah, that's an old thing. Like they've been doing that ever since we came out of her. So we've had funnel technology for quite a while.
People I wouldn't want to work with. There's a director in Oklahoma who I have dropped out of shows. I know he has refused to audition for shows that
I've
this guy is
refused. My
involved
best
in.
friend directing the show, I've been like, no, I'm not doing it.
He is an absolute asshole. We were doing a show. I was not in charge of picking the director or the director of photography.
I was.
And I relayed him to the message, thank you for your stuff. We were very impressed. I'd like to contact you later on for other paid work, but you're not right for this project kind of thing. contact him about 2 months later. Hey, got a paid job for you. And this is in Oklahoma. There's not a lot of paid film that happens. And he goes off on this rant about how unprofessional I am, what an ass. Can't believe that I would message him.
While we're working with him on another project.
Yeah, we're cast in another project with him we haven't filmed yet.
I'm sorry.
I dropped out of that project, and
Yeah,
from what I
me too.
understand, he's actually made a very bad rap, and a lot of people that are assholes will
Yeah,
make
my
bad
best
raps.
friend dropped him as a director and ended up bringing me on as an actor just because he's such a dick. So yeah.
It's unfortunate when people build.
I won't
burn
drop any
bridges.
names, Rob Johnson, but yeah, just I don't
You
care.
can't put
You can
that
keep-
on the internet
No, you
either.
can keep that shit.
Hey, man.
Just saying, you're gonna burn bridges.
We got a new war zone up in here. They know I was playing Call of Duty.
If you were a dude for a day, what would you do?
I'd pork all the girls I could. I'd have to, and then I'd pork a guy too, just to see what that's like. Yeah, I mean with a dick, you know. Yeah, I would have a good time, I should think. And then I'm not gonna do anything great like for women's rights, like her. I don't know. That's what I'm gonna be doing all night.
I'll go with Roadkill at Rob Johnson, I guess.
Wow, I mean, that's extreme.
It'll be a skunk.
I was gonna go with something cheap, but you know, you really can't beat roadkill.
That's free.
I was gonna say eggs at like, you know, I don't know. Rotten sushi? Jeez, you are cruel.
Smells fishy.
I mean, just eat it before it goes rotten. Like, that's expensive stuff. Somebody put hard work into that. Fish. Rice made that.
That's corny though.
I know, I would egg, well, there's several people's cars, but.
You're so much nicer than I am.
In Fate Zero, okay, there's a difference. Okay, so we all know me as David Vincent, right? And so, but I also get credited under David Ernest. And so I saw on YouTube this clip from Fate Zero. I play Gilgamesh, and this person is writing on there like, man, this guy David Ernest sucks. They totally should have got David Vincent to do the voice. I was like, David Ernest is David Vincent, you idiot.
That's awesome.
I'm surprised you guys check the YouTube comments as much as you do.
Wait, you know?
Do you check YouTube comments too?
I don't.
I do.
Okay.
I don't do it all the
Because
time, but I do
YouTube
it.
is like one of the most toxic places.
That's why you read the comments.
Yeah.
I get pretty
Make
positive
yourself feel
comments
better.
though, but I mean,
Well,
although I
it's
will
my
say
daily
that when the Kill la Kill trailer came out, I got beat up pretty bad. But then as soon as like the DVD started getting released, and they were like, oh my god, it's great. You know, first when the haters come out in droves when a new trailer gets released for a new show.
Yeah, Midnight Mass was the only one I've really gotten traction. I've made some
Well,
fans.
the
and
thing
stuff on
though
there.
is like, yeah, there's some that are just there, I guess, to be assholes, and there's some that
And they normally can't spell.
Yeah, so I guess that you take that with a grain of salt, I guess. And then there are some that are like, no, this was fantastic. Stick up for that. I got one for this. I did a theater show at Midsummer Night's Dream a while back. God, all he talks about is theater. That's so depressing. Anyway, and there was some like junior high girls or something in the audience, and they were like, "Oh my God, we love you so much," and my mind was everywhere, and I was trying to tell them like, you know, stop, don't, you know, please, I gotta get back. I was like, no, I got a boyfriend, and I walk off, and I'm like, and I stop, and I'm like, no, you don't think that works. and I just keep going. I'm like, you know, I feel bad because I know their teacher was also my 7th grade teacher, so if they bring that up to her, I might get some questions asked by my mom, but you know.
No, moms.
No, Mom, I swear.
Best fandom experience.
Yeah, I actually had one for the worst. I didn't get asked. Can I
We're
tell
asking
it?
you the worst.
Okay, so I did furry before I did anime. And I'm gonna say this, I don't like how people are just totally like, oh, furry sucks. Because I think that there is a lot of really great furry out there. there's just a lot of people who are also not so great in the furry community. And they actually had really great intentions, but when I was 14 years old, I kind of had a really popular like series for furry fans. It was called Automals. And I would get presents on my birthday from people. I didn't give them my home address, but they would find it because back in, in the 1990s or whenever I was 14, so long ago, I think they would like let you find people's home addresses based on their domain information. Like they didn't think privacy, that's not important. Yeah, so like people would send me like hundreds of dollars worth of gifts, and I didn't know who they were. And like there was a guy that sent me a bear on my birthday every year for like 7 years, and it totally freaked me out. It's like I understand that they're trying to be nice. I understand that they're trying to be like, I don't know, make me feel special, but it just made me feel like they were gonna like send me a bomb and I was gonna die. So I would like make my mom open it up.
It makes you feel
Oh, I got a
better.
present,
It'd be
I
more
know
likely
it
to be
is. Open it
anthrax.
for me.
Yeah.
But
These
and then
are
as far as
bears.
best goes, I think the anime fan community, they've been like really great. Lately, webcomics have really been kind of like becoming a big thing, and it's just like amazing because when I was in college, I'm 31 just so you guys know, like when I was in college in 2003 and stuff, like what? It's okay. So like webcomics were like not really a big thing. There was that one comic that kind of sucks. What was it called? Mega Tokyo?
I remember.
Anyway, but it was a really big deal, and other than that, there really weren't any other webcomics. But so I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to get into webcomics, but I got into webcomics, and it was just like, oh my God, the readers are so appreciative of everything you do. They're so understanding, and my readers are mostly into anime as well, so it's kind of like it's all kind of merging into the same community. But like seriously, coming to these cons for the first time this year and selling my books and hearing people just be so enthusiastic about original work, it's amazing. And like I'm like seriously, whenever I'm down, I will check my email and somebody will be like, your story really inspired me because of this and this, and I'm just like, oh my God, you guys, I love it.
She's also an amazing artist.
Oh, you.
No, I'm not kidding.
Did I just say that?
Oh, thank you.
I haven't seen you.
Hi, I didn't see you. Hi.
What she does with vaginas, people, is amazing.
I'm not selling vaginas at this convention, but if you are looking for my vaginas, I can tell you where you can find them.
Where do you find vaginas? That is every man's question.
I love a woman who knows what I want to hear.
Best experience with a fan.
I mean, all my like, I've kind of spread across the board with film and theater and all kinds of different voice acting. So I've been really, like, had really, really nice fans in all of them. My favorite kind of actually is anyone from Tulsa, especially when there's little girls that come up to me when I go back to my hometown and they say how I inspire them. And sometimes their parents will Facebook message me and just say, you're an inspiration to my daughters, thank you for coming. And that's always really hard.
And then they pay for classes, which she really enjoys a lot.
Not all of them. Some of them just send me a message. It's
Yeah,
so
I
sweet.
know. Hey, I'm just saying, I want her appreciation.
Did you have a best fandom?
No, yeah, the whole, whenever I got to walk away and be like,
Oh yeah.
popped out that one.
I think that one of the, there's so many of them, but like one of them real quick, I'll make this quick. I was at Moricon in Portland, Oregon, and Grimjaw had just come out, so it was super popular at the time, and I had done a panel, and after the panel, there was a rush of attendees that came up and wanted me to sign stuff for them and to talk to them. I was signing stuff and talking to everybody back off in the corner. I just see this probably 13-year-old girl, and she's just sitting in the corner by herself and not approaching me as everybody else was. And so I had finished with everybody else, probably a good 15 minutes of greeting fans, and it was time to move on. And this young girl comes up to me and she just asked me a question that is extremely common to be asked, which is how can I be a voice actor? I would like to do this as well. And for me, that's a question that's very special to me. Even though we get asked it a lot, it's very special to me because I remember asking the same question when I was their age. So I always take the time. And so I answer a question. Here's what you want to do. Are you, you're in school, do theater, et cetera, et cetera. And I said, okay, all right, have fun, and off we went. And about an hour later, I had an autograph session, and my line was just, and signing autographs for probably about an hour and a half. And this older couple was towards the end of the line, and they had been waiting in line for about an hour and a half to get me to sign something, and they got to me, and they didn't have anything to sign. And the mother the lady was there with tears in her eyes, and she says, "Mr. Vincent, I just wanted to tell you that girl that you talked to is my daughter. She has been getting bullied at school, and has not spoken more than 2 words in the past 3 months, and I've never seen her this elated in her life." And she said, "Thank you so much." And so I'm like, whoa! I'm like, oh my God! You know, so I've never thought of it before I made it through this moment. That you're very thankful that you get to have an influence like that. So
That's awesome.
it was cool.
I would like to go ahead and pull the plug on that high note. We've taken up quite a bit of time. We still got lots of stuff to do tomorrow. Thank you guys for being here and coming to the super secret all adult. The staff doesn't know about it, even though they've been in and here back and forth a number of times during this shindig. And supporting these events and getting an opportunity to talk to the voice actors and all of the talent and all the other kick-ass people that we're able to bring in here. Thank you guys for taking time out of your day to bullshit with us. And